All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Monday afternoon. God bless everybody in Jesus' name, in Yeshua's name. I do pray you and your family are all super blessed, guys. Bitcoin, what the actual, man? Like, honestly, what is going on? We're rejecting from a value area high. We're bouncing from a POC. We're holding the trend line, but we're breaking market structure. I mean, are we bullish? Are we bearish? What is going on? I mean, the trades are still open, guys. I'm still long. I'm still short. All right, we're going to be discussing what's going on today, guys. Make sure to smash up the like. All right, make sure to smash up the like. And here's the thing, guys. I do have to make a very special announcement today. The special announcement is this, guys. You know, BLOFIN now every week is going to be giving away $2,000. $2,000 every single week. Can you believe it? Let's talk about it real quick. All right, every single week, BLOFIN is giving away $2,000. All you got to do is post your P&Ls in the Discord. You don't have to be a VIP. This is available to everybody. All right, every single person right now has the ability to partake in this $2,000 giveaway every single week. All right, what you have to do is you have to post a screenshot of your Jason Casper custom P&L cards in the BLOFIN P&L channel. All right, now, you know, like I said before, this picture makes me very uncomfortable, and to think that you guys are going to be looking at this every trade you take makes me even more uncomfortable. But you know what? Look, it's about money, man. What's more important, money or feeling uncomfortable? You know what I mean? So if you're interested in that, head on over to the free Discord. Go check it out. Read the rules and all that stuff. It's going to be a good time. Who doesn't like a little bit of free money here and there? You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't like a little bit of free money? I'll tell you, I love some free money myself. Now, let's give a big shout out to everybody in the chit chat here. Big shout out to Benny Blanco from the Bronx. He says, God bless. Shout out to Don Give 4 Damn, who says, Burr. Shout out to Miraju3384, who says, Money Peace. Shout out to Venvoki. Shout out to Skywalker. Shout out to Kodak4737. Follow the cycle. Nothing new under the sun. That's true. There's nothing new under the sun. Sometimes people might say, hey, this is new, but really it's been done before. Right? There's nothing new under the sun. What the actual? Shout out to Prime Vids. Shout out to Senor. He says, Jason Casper doesn't use soap. I usually don't use soap. And that's the truth about Jason Casper. He usually doesn't use soap. Alright, I'm getting a little bit dirty. I was looking at my skin today thinking, man, it's looking kind of gross, you know? It's looking kind of gross. Shout out to Joni HSV. Yo, greetings from Germany. Shout out to Bullish on Parade. He says the song's gonna make Link go to the moon. Pun intended. Shout out to Jose. Shout out to Dimaret, who says Mo. Big shout out to Filu 88888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888. Who says I'm back, starting to accumulate, just grab some Ethereum. Major shout to Preparing for War. Major shout to Splash Flower Films. Major shout to Bloxburg. Yeah, we got the Zelda theme. For some reason it was in my head, so I figured, hey, when the Zelda theme is in your head, sometimes you just got to start the stream with it. You know what I mean? I don't know why it was in my head. I was feeding the chickens, just singing. So I just figured I'd go with it, man. I don't know why. Big shout to everyone in here. Dispensational premillennialism. Shout out to my man Crypto Cowpoke, and Jay Becker, and Manuel 12255, and Lady Pips Killer. I hope I will be one of them. You might be one of the lucky winners that wins the $2,000 prize. All right, so go sign up to BLOFIN. You know, BLOFIN, to be honest with you, BLOFIN, what's this? Here we go. BLOFIN, all right? Not only are they giving away $2,000 a week, but they also have this Juicy Whales setup campaign here. All right, let's not forget, good old BitBase is also giving away $500 a week. And good old BitBase is giving you all this juicy goodness plus VIP level 7 fees. Man, the exchanges here, I do have to say this, all right? The exchanges are going all out, guys, during the bear market to make sure that us traders are satisfied with all the juicy goodness. All right? With all the juicy goodness. Bitcoin rejecting from resistance here, unable to break out, unable to break the $67,000 level. It's going to be a big week, guys. This week, as many of us know, on Wednesday, FOMC, the good old interest rate decision. And look, I'm not really expecting anything big from it, but typically that does result in some volatility, and the volatility indeed oftentimes does give us an entry or a move. All right, it's the beginning of a move, you know. How do you know if you're signed up under your link? I'm not actually sure how you know. I'm not sure. All right. Shout out to Rev David. He says, "I'll be blessed." Well, may you be blessed too. Dr. Pancake says, "God is good." Amen, bro. God is so good. Amen. God is so good. Shout out to Save the Republics USA. Shout out to Constitutional Republic. Stop with the World Cup shenanigans and let's save the Republic here in the USA. Cool, I just read your whole little thing there. Not even sure what it means, bro. I don't really know what it means. I'm just a purple hat wearing, treadmill walking kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait to get lied to about inflación. El inflación. Sí, señor. Yeah, but who really cares about inflation, honestly? Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't care about it. I don't know. Maybe you guys care about it. I personally don't really care about inflation. The reason why I don't care about inflation is because it's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse until the currency either hyperinflates or the whole system collapses. That's just, it is what it is. Right? So, because that's inevitable, we shouldn't be worried about inflation. Instead, we should be worried about, man, because it's inevitable, because there's either going to be a currency collapse or a currency hyperinflationary event, what can we do in the meantime in order to be prepared for war? You know, preparing for war, you know what I'm talking about, man? Like, what can we do to be prepared? I don't know. We could, like, learn how to trade. We could start businesses. We could start homesteads. We could start growing our own food, raising our own animals, trying to get off grid, trying to establish strong communities locally of like-minded people, you know, just to be prepared. You know, instead of worrying about inflation. But I like it when they come out and lie to me. I like when Kevin Warsh, I like when he lies to me. Kevin, just lie to me, man. There's something inside when Kevin Warsh lies to me. It makes me feel something. Now, let's see. Let's pop back into the Bitcoin price, guys. As you can see here on this chart, it is a brand new week. And with the brand new week comes a brand new weekly candle. And I have two volume profiles pulled up here on the chart. Let's start with the first volume profile. First of all, I do want to say this, guys. Last week's volume profile has taken a turn for the unexpected. All right. What do I mean by that? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at a little history. If we unextend this thing to the right, to the left, should I say, unextend it to the left. Let's pull it here. No, let's pull it here. Let's pull it here, okay? Unextended to the left, you can see that the high volume node used to be at the exact price, and this is on Bybit USD, the only chart that matters, by the way, in my mind, all right? I know other traders use Coinbase and all this. The high volume node used to be at $66,832.88. We rejected perfectly to the dollar from it last week, all right? Now, fast forward to this week, and what's happened? The majority of the volume now has shifted. Yes, we still have a high volume node up here at 66,832, but right now, the highest volume of the range is down here at 63,957 and 90 cents. Why is that significant? It is significant because what we have here is a confirmed bullish divergence on the weekly as the price is getting lower into key support. Remember, this is a macro Fibonacci golden pocket, why we took the long in the Casper Crew VIP Discord on June 25th at 10:02 a.m. We are seeing the momentum waves getting higher over time. A big juicy wave followed by a skinny wave, bullish divergence, and now we've confirmed a blue weekly candle above the POC. And not only that, when we look at it in hindsight, it looks pretty nice because it's a blue Dogecoin candle. We got the wick coming down, and this wick is pretty much bouncing off the previous weekly open, and then boom, straight up. So it looks kind of nice. And if we go to the daily time frame, we can see that, interestingly enough, after the rejection, we did bounce off the previous weekly open here, and we're holding support on this POC. So far, we're holding support on the POC, and now we're seeing the money flow on the daily cross, and a potential green dot about to print. Now, in the context of having printed a nice bullish divergence at the low, at key support, flipping the now POC from resistance into support, and about to get a green dot on the daily after a fresh money flow cross, it just makes me feel. All right, now you can't trade on your feelings, but it really does make me feel like these highs are inevitably going to be taken out. All right, inevitably going to be taken out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I just feel like we're probably going to go for this level. Now, I could be totally wrong. We very well may lose the POC, and if we do, guys, then I will have to change my tune. Here's why I have to change my tune. Because right now, this is the very critical support here. If we lose it now, we're making a lower low. All right, we're officially making a lower low. This is still a higher low here. Still a higher low holding support. If we close the daily candle below, we have made a lower low on the daily, and then I have to change my tune. But market structure is king, and right now this is bullish market structure. We're flipping resistance into support, and we have bullish signs on the oscillator. And so until we make a lower low, I have to say, you know what? Let me continue to hodl this juicy long trade from $58,500 because, if we flip this thing, 67K, then I do think we can get vacuum sucked up to the mid-70s. And the reason is simply because of this volume profile. Remember, having now hodled this POC as support, that means the highest probability, y'all, is we come up to value area high. Value area high, not only is value area high, but if we pull the fib from the high to the low, it's beautiful confluence with that macro golden pocket. I mean, you couldn't get any more beautiful than this. I mean, this is literally the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. When people say, picture the most beautiful thing you could possibly imagine in your head, I always think of this. This is what I think of, guys. I think of 3 different colored lines. Red, orange, and green. Maybe red, yellow, and green. Yeah, that's right. It looks like a traffic light. It looks like a traffic light. This is the traffic light, guys. This traffic light. And we're going to have to look at the traffic light as we come up here to see what color is the traffic light. Is it green? Can we blast through? Maybe the traffic light's yellow. If the traffic light's yellow, what does that mean? It means we have to go as fast as we can, boom, so we can get through that traffic light before it turns red. All right, now if that traffic light's already red when we get there, rejection. We're going to send us right back down. But until we get to that traffic light, there really is no resistance. All right, now hang on, my treadmill has slowed down. I got to fix this treadmill. Guys, I can't believe this treadmill still works. I have to be honest. I'm out here in the garage. The sweat that I've sweat while being out here on this treadmill is rivers worth, oceans worth. Okay, this table that I'm using is the most disgusting dried sweat thing. I have towels here that I haven't washed in months, and they're disgusting. They smell horrible. They're probably moldy. That's why the towel's green, all right? Speaking of green towels, wow, would you look at this green towel? Wow. Wow, now this is a cool towel. Look at how dirty this thing is, man. It's so dang dirty, you could practically see through it. All right? Big shout out to Caleb Ford in the house. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish in the house. Shout out to Senor. He says, looks like a lot of liquidity on the way down to. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, Senor. So, look, if we make a lower low on the daily, then I'll tell you what I'm expecting. It's pretty much the same thing I was expecting last week. But this is a flag. This channel is going to break out. It's going to be broken. If we break down, well, would you look at this? You pull the fib from the low to the high. And we got another traffic light here, give or take. All right, give or take. It's a confusing traffic light here. All right, because it's yellow, red, green. All right, it's a very strange looking traffic light. But nonetheless, we also have the traffic light down here at around $60,000. The ultimate traffic light of confluence, where honestly, I would say I would still be looking to trade the range if we come down here, because shoulder, head, shoulder, and if we, just look at this here, like again, like more times than not, especially in hindsight, right? In hindsight, you see something like this. This is the juiciest bullish divergence in the world. Money flow curving to the upside, all right? When you see that it means if we do get a big drop, and if we actually get a momentum wave coming down here, this momentum wave here, especially as the money flow is crossing up like this, is going to give us a large, juicy bounce, all right? And here's how it works. It's going to trick everybody into thinking we're not going to get a juicy bounce. And then in hindsight, we're going to get a bounce. Right? We'll be like, dang, how did I not see that? It was a beautiful bullish signal right down here. You know, how did we not catch that? You know? But yeah, honestly, like, this is my plan if we come down lower. Now, Jason, you say, you're too bullish. I've seen all the comments. I've seen you guys out there in the comments. I read the comments. On my smartphone when I'm in the bathroom, relieving myself, going number 2. I read the comments. I see what you guys say. Jason, you're so bullish. How could you possibly be so bullish, Jason? The bottom's not going to be in until October. Until October. You silly, stupid crypto YouTuber, you. Big shout out to my man James Shill 2222 who says, when you reach a 1-to-1, do you usually bring your stop loss to break even? Usually no, honestly. But, as I was saying, people say, Jay, you're too bullish, all right? You're too bullish. The bottom's not until October. Look, I can be bullish and still expect another low, right? Who is to say that we don't do something like this and then do this, and then our bottom's in, right? Who is to say that? In fact, I think that's probably kind of plausible, right? Even if we do something like this, we come down, we get our shoulder, we come up, we hit the golden pocket, then we come down. I mean, guys, October, I mean, we have some time. Like, what is it? July 27th. All right, July 27th. October, that's going to be coming in around here. We got mad time. Look, I could draw this on the chart. This thing I draw on the chart. I mean, we literally have time, right? We could still make another low. We could range, we could chop. We don't even have to come up to the golden pocket. We could just break out of this channel here, right? Hit our $70,000 level, right? We get the bounce, we come up, we take the liquidity, and we get a failed auction, and we get a big drop down until October, right? Just because I'm bullish now doesn't mean I don't think we could come lower, because we absolutely can, right? But the thing is, so long as we're holding above the POC right now, we have to expect higher locally. As long as things are looking this bottomed out and bullish, we do have to be open to higher. Doesn't mean the bottom's in, right? Might be. The bottom might be in. I don't know. I know I'm a cheekologist. You're like, but Jay, all you do is study the bottoms all day. You're like, is the left side bigger than the right side? It's like, I know, I understand. I go to the diner. Dolores is my waitress. She comes out, spilling the coffee all over, uneven gluteus. But look, I don't know if the bottom is in. All right. All I know is that we have a significant uneven gluteus maximi right here. Dolores is clearly at the diner right now. Clearly, she's stumbling our coffee over to the table right now as the price is coming down to the key support. And you could see right here the point of control of the range. Like, you see this point of control of the range? See where my cursor is? We're currently right now, we're back testing the POC of the range. Right? It's a beautiful picture right here. A beautiful picture of a diner. Waitresses with uneven gluteus maximi, people sitting down, smoking inside like it's the 80s. This guy with a smart cigar. This guy with a retail cigarette. All right, it's not even real Marlboro. It's like, what's the cheap brand? Pyramid or whatever they sell. I don't know. I've never smoked cigarettes in my life. But I do know this guy can't afford no Marlboro because he doesn't know how to analyze the bottoms. All right? Now, let's see. Where we at? That's where we're at, man. That's where we're at. Now, of course, if we zoom in even more. All right, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. All right. Look at what's happened here. From the high to the low, we have smack dabbed into the local Fibonacci golden pocket. Right? Look at this. Look at this. Do you see this? So, we smack dab into the Fibonacci golden pocket this morning after bouncing from the POC. So we're between a rock and a hard place. Right now, our local resistance, which must be claimed for higher prices, is going to be the Casper pocket, all right, between 65,602 and 66,152 and 90 cents on Bybit inverse perpetual USD. All right, that's basically the Casper pocket. And you know what else is cool right now? That we are bouncing from a Fibonacci golden pocket as well. All right, so these levels are mad respected. All right, we're bouncing from a Fibonacci golden pocket after rejecting from a Fibonacci golden pocket, after bouncing from a POC, after rejecting from a POC. I mean, we are just playing a game of ping pong here, right? We had the POC, we get rejection, right? POC, rejection, we come down to the POC, we get a bounce Roni and cheese, right? POC, bounce Roni and cheese. We come up to the Fibonacci golden pocket, straight up rejection. We come down to the Fibonacci golden pocket, a good old bounce Roni and cheese. All right, we're smack dab in the middle. For me, this is no trade zone. Right now, this is literally a no trade zone. I am hoping for some follow through. I'm hoping to finally break out of this channel, either to hit our target at around 70,000 or hit our target to the downside 60,000. Both places, in my opinion, are where I'd be looking for a new trade. If I was a trader, if I was looking for a trade, if I was in zero positions right now, what would I be looking for? Where would the next opportunities show themselves? For me, it's very simple. Okay, it's very, very simple. For me, there's this level here, this level up here around the high that we made here on the 15th of June. Now this is going to be a zone because we have this high from the 15th of June and we have this high here from the 2nd of June. So this gives us a little bit of a box of resistance where we need to be looking for a fake out of the high of the range, right? First short trade opportunity is simply this. We come up and as we're up here, people are very bullish. Oh man, we're going to 73. But guess what? We form a little bit of a range and then we lose this level. Once we lose this level, the Bart Simpson pattern is likely to play out back down, taking all of this, right? In that case, I'm looking for a short trade. I'm looking for bearish signals up in this area, all right, to take it down to the value area low of the range, right? This is pretty much what I'm looking for. And hey, maybe the top is in and we don't bottom out until October, in which case, you know, hold the runner. Right, the second short trade I'm interested in is coming up to the traffic light. Right, we got ourselves a 73.3 to the 74.1 zone up here. And obviously we need to be looking for a rejection from the value area high of the range all the way up toward the 786. In which case, same deal. We can be looking for a move back down to value area low. Or if that's it, honestly, if we do reject from here, I would expect we actually do come and make a new low. And then as far as the long trades go right now, you know, I am, if we get the move down to the $60,000 support, I am looking for something like this. I am looking for a bounce from here. And I would be looking eventually, why not, to take it up to the mid-70s, because that would be our final target. Target number one would have to be, you know, $70,000. Like if we do come down to 60K right now before making a high, target number one would have to just be the high of the range here, where we look for short number one. And if we don't see short number one, well, target number two would have to be, you know, at around $73,000, right? But yeah, right now, like, am I bullish? As long as we're holding above this POC, yeah, I would like to see. I think we can see more upside. I think that's still most probable, and the only way for that to change is a change of market structure. Now, remember, changes of market structure on the high time frame doesn't necessarily mean short right away, right? If we get a change of structure on the daily time frame, what does that tell us? That tells us we close the candle here. Okay, it's officially now, we made a lower low, which means if we back test now the POC, we can look for a short entry, right? It doesn't mean to short right away, because if you short right away, then where you have to put your stop loss above the last swing high, and that's you know, or maybe here, that's too big of a stop loss, right? Wouldn't we rather wait for a back test? If we get a back test, then we have a nice tight stop that we can use, right? So, you know, the higher time frames should be used to gather your bias and help you figure out what type of trade are you going to look for. You know, if things are bearish, you're like, well, I'm going to look for a short if we get a back test of this key resistance, right? Because right now this POC is major support. So a short could present itself here. If we lose it, we back test it, and then we make our way down here, take profit one on the short, either look for the long trade or hold or take profit. Personally, I like to do both. I like to TP one on shorts. Even if I take a long, I'm gonna hold that short. That's just kind of how I roll, you know? Sometimes in life, Jason, you just gotta roll the dice. You know, you just gotta roll the dice in life. You feel a freestyle coming? You know what? I haven't felt a freestyle coming myself. There's one track that always makes me freestyle no matter what. It gets like real serious. It's hard to find. It's this one. All of a sudden, it gets real serious. This music gets real serious all of a sudden. You know? It makes me feel like I need to FOMO into a trade. We have a super chat. Thank you, James, for the super chat. I usually don't move my stop loss. Antarctic will add Forex pairs. Man, this is so serious. Yeah. Hey yo, it's Jay Casper, you know this so serious. Taking all the trades, but is your boy so delirious? Outside I have to pee and then I take a piss. Inside the tree, they call me the white Jada kiss. And now we're trading in the house, looking for the next golden pocket for the golden bounce. Coming up to the red, yellow, green, the traffic light. Don't you know the Bears and the Bulls are in a fight? Cause we're trading Bitcoin all day and all night until we get it right. High leverage got along the top. Another liquidation, baby, losses don't stop. But you know, my trade's only in the green. Cause Jason Casper, he's the trading machine. Now sit back, I'ma tell you what I mean. I'll give it to you nice, I never give it clean. Yeah, never in the red. Jay Casper taking trades, got the bars up in his head. Yeah, it's the best crypto show, so sit back and listen to the Jason Casper flow. Here we go, I'm on my feet. We're from the street, we're eating cheese. You know we like it, baby, please. Take the cream cheese on your bagel, spread it on your knees. And that's what you do when we squeeze all the shorts to the hop, baby knees. And then we got a big wick, cause the Bitcoin price back to her old tricks. The candle's about to turn red. I got the bars in my head. But now the candles are about to turn purple. Jason Casper, he's such a nerd, just like Steve Urkel. But we don't want to see him purple, only blue. Bitcoin will show you what she gonna do. Sit back and I'll take you to the trading school. I'm so dang smart, Jason ain't no fool. Hola mis amigos, como estas? I'm about to show you how to trade and spit bars. Yeah, cause we're here on the treadmill. My name is Bill and you know we walking uphill. Got the purple hat, gotta flip it around. Jay Casper, trading Bitcoin all in the town. And then can you hear the sound? Bitcoin about to in the ground. Yeah. Yeah, that song really does always get me feeling something too, you know? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that beat always makes me feel something, guys. It always makes me feel something. Yeah, Antarctic definitely will add the pairs in time. All right, in time, Bitcoin will definitely add other pairs. Right now, what do we got? We got gold. We got silver. We got to refresh. This thing been logged in since Thursday. I haven't touched it. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, right now we got gold and silver. We got QQQ. We got SPY. We got Nvidia. We got Apple. We got Tesla. We got Amazon. We got Google on this juicy decentralized exchange. If you use my link, guys, super low fees. Super low fees, 0% limit order, 0.02% market order. All right. That is the deal with AX. But yeah, eventually, guys, we're gonna be adding Forex and all that kind of stuff on here. All right. We're gonna be able to do everything on this DEX. All right. On the DEX. We could take, yeah, we'll check out SpaceX and we'll check out gold. Do we get into a low 2 leverage X with our spot in Antarctic? They don't have spot trading yet. All right, they don't have spot trading yet. Yeah, let's check gold. Let's check SpaceX. I hear voices. I hear voices, guys. I hear voices. Oh, okay. I hear voices. Let's check out, real quick, we'll check out gold. Let's see. This was an idea I had on gold here. coming down to the bottom here. Let's check out gold real quick here. So gold is coming down to support. We do have some bullish divergences here. This was an idea that I was playing with. I did not take this trade, by the way. But here's the thing about gold. We are very bottomed out here on the weekly time frame. We do have, I mean, it depends on how you want to, it depends on how you draw divergences. Because some people they go wick to wick. Other people go body to body. So if we're going body to body on these weekly closes, technically speaking, we do have some bull div here on the weekly. A double bottom on the weekly. This is a very rare signal. The last time we had anything close to this, guys, was back in 2022 in November. All right, and that was right here. Now, this was a very beautiful looking divergence in the sense that, like, this whole range, the lows were taken out, and then we got a reclaim. And we had a triple bottom, all right? So it's not quite the same, but we do have a very, very, very bottomed out signal here. And so, yeah, this is a potential idea because we have a bottomed out signal, and basically we're looking at this kind of change of structure here where we have our low, we take the low, then we make a higher high, and we look for the retrace into this fib zone, which we are bouncing from the 886, and we have gotten to move up from there. So there's real no sign of strength yet on the weekly time frame, right? I mean, on the weekly time frame, there's nothing really to say now's the time to go in. But that being said, I think it is a valid entry. It's still a valid trade. What would be a nicer trade? Honestly, it would be to make one more low and come down and take the liquidity at 38.8646, right? Just take this low here. If we take that low here and we get another drive of bullish divergence on the daily, I mean, that would just be the most perfect signal, right? So are we being front run? Is the perfect signal being front run? Maybe. You know, maybe we do something like this and then we come back in the range and form a nicer looking accumulation pattern before we squeeze all this cheese. You know, we might squeeze all the cheese. This would be my preferred setup on gold here because that really would be ultra bullish looking. You know, that would be ultra bullish looking. And the last time, let's see, in November 2023, did we have something like this here? Yeah, I mean, this is really what you'd want to see, right? You would want to see the low being going for again, right? And then forming a nicer accumulation range before the breakout. So far, this doesn't look super convincing to me, right? This does not look super convincing, although, yeah, we do have bullish divs. It doesn't look super convincing to me yet. The only way it would start to look super convincing to me is if we actually did break out of this and hold above. In which case, then I would say, you know what? We did get front run that level. Now, if we can get a back test of this, then that would be, we could say, okay, we have confirmed bullish divergence with a break of market structure, and now we could look to squeeze all the cheese. But, you know, everyone has their own risk tolerance, risk appetite. We got some tight apples up in here. Let's take a look at SpaceX. Oh my goodness. Wow, I have not even been paying attention to SpaceX at all. This is insane. This is hilarious. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. I actually did not expect this. I did not expect this. I mean, I expected the initial sell-off after the listing, but I did not expect this. This is crazy, man. Maybe it means SpaceX sucks. I mean, maybe they're not really out there exploring space, right? I don't know. What the heck is going on here? All right, so I'll be honest. There's nothing I can say about this chart right now. There's absolutely nothing I can say about this chart, and here's why. There's no market structure. There's no data historically to be looking at. There's no Fibonacci to be looking at. It's just in straight free fall, slow grind. What does that mean? Eventually, this thing is going to pump like crazy and squeeze. All right, like eventually it's going to. It's a legit company here. We're down 50%. So if I was interested in buying shares of SpaceX, not a bad time, considering we're down 50% from when we listed. That's half off. All right, that's half off. So, you know, you start to build a position. Eventually, I do think we'll probably come back to $170. I mean, that's a 60% gain right there. I don't know. Again, it's not financial advice, and there's nothing I can look at this chart to analyze. But when you have something like this, you know, a falling wedge pattern, I mean, technically, you could even do it like this. And when you have something like this for a legit company like SpaceX, Elon Musk, the world's richest man or whatever, I mean, really, it's only a matter of time before something happens with this, in my opinion, you know. But again, this is not a technical trade. This is just a, you know, when something's legit and it's beat down 50%, it's a good buy objectively. It's half off, you know. Sheesh. Is this real? I can't believe this happened to SpaceX. I cannot believe this happened to SpaceX. That's crazy. That is crazy, you know. It's not going to pump, says Version DeVito. I don't know. I feel like it will eventually pump, man. Like, that's how stuff is. Like, right now you're saying it's not going to pump. I don't know. I feel like that's when it starts to pump, when people lose hope and stuff. Right? But hey, don't listen to me. It's not legit. You're only trading 4% of the float. Really? It's only 4%? All right. Well, this is pretty crazy. I cannot believe this is SpaceX right now. That is pretty crazy. Man, that's crazy. With 96% of the shares get unlocked, they're going to pump. You know what? It would not surprise me if this thing pumps, man. I mean, it's Elon Musk. It's Elon Musk. You know, I just have to defer to it's Elon Musk. It's in a falling wedge. It's 50% off. I don't know, man. I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised if we break and squeeze. I would not be surprised at all when we break and squeeze. You know? Not at all when we break and squeeze. When we break and squeeze. When we break and squeeze. You know, when we break and squeeze. When we break and squeeze. Now, I'll be honest, like, I'm not buying SpaceX, so please don't. I am not. Let me be honest. I am not buying SpaceX. I don't even know. I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't even know if SpaceX does anything real. I don't know. That's where I'm at with it. I don't even know if they like launch a rocket off and then they land it down in the ocean and they like have this giant celebration. Like they just did something groundbreaking. Like, what are they even doing? I don't know. Okay. But wouldn't surprise me if we pump. Right? All right. Yeah, SpaceX acting like an altcoin. And you bars that and pull it over. I don't know what you're talking about, Senor. Was that for gold? We were looking at you want me to fractal it? I don't know now. It's too late. It's past the point. Everyone and their grandma was going to be a millionaire, but everyone's broke now. You know what's funny? Even if you are a millionaire now, it doesn't even matter. Like $1 million is like nothing. Remember Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You know, if you won that show, it was like life-changing money. Now, like, if you win $1 million, that's like 1/3 of your retirement. You know, it's pretty crazy. A nickel ain't worth a dime anymore, guys. A nickel ain't worth a dime anymore. I'll tell you. How can you convince your brain and body not to be glued to the chart and go to the gym? I don't know, Kasra, because here's the thing. I'm not a good person to ask about that. I go to the gym too much. I have a problem, all right? I'm addicted to the gym. I work out more than is beneficial, all right? So I can't help you with that, all right? I would say this. Once you're working out, it's hard to stop. Once you have that sweet chest pump going on the pec fly machine, it's hard to stop, you know? So everything is a meme coin until it isn't. Yeah. think about the babes at the gym, yeah, you know, that doesn't work for me at all. All right, there's only one babe in my gym, and that's my wife. And if I think about her in the gym, I usually don't get a good workout. All right, so you can't be thinking about babes when you're working out. All right, you got to be thinking about the mind-muscle connection. You know what I'm saying? Trading Zen says, clickbait clown. Welcome to the Jason Casper Clickbait Clown Show, you ladies and gentlemen. Hola, mis amigos. Me llamo es Clickbait Clown. Welcome to my trading show. Can you believe Jason Casper once again using the clickbait thumbnails? Let's even take a look at this one. Let's see what it looks like. I forget actually what it looks like. Ah, look at that. Man, that's a good thumbnail. Look, got the FOMC, we got a P&L on there. You know, we got the Ethereum logo, an arrow. Bitcoin's gonna break 65K. We did break 65K. This ain't no clickbait. That's not clickbait. We did break 65K, but we rejected. But yeah, we broke 65K, man. This ain't no clickbait. This is the most real non-clickbait thumbnail I ever created in my life. All right? Seriously, man. Yeah, clickbait Carlos. Me llamo es clickbait Carlos. Hola, mis amigos. Me llamo es clickbait Carlos. Sí, señor. You working out too much too, not quicker. Yeah, me too, man. I don't know what it is. Like, look, I just love working out. I love the dopamine. I love the endorphins. I love lifting weights. And the problem is, when you lift weights too much, you can't recover. And when you can't recover, your strength goes down, and then you're just spinning your dang wheels in the gym. That's where I'm at right now. I gotta take like 4 days off. I gotta take like 4 days off right now. Gotta take like 4 days off. You know. This morning I did an upper body workout. I shouldn't have even done that. I wasn't supposed to do it. But I woke up and I felt kind of good. Here's the thing. Sometimes you wake up and you feel good. It's deceptive, right? I did a heavy upper body workout, heavy lower body workout, 0 days off. Then I did another heavy upper body workout. It's like, what the heck am I even doing right now? Why am I doing that? You know? Yeah, I like my clickbait lures as well. You know, I like my clickbait thumbnails. It's a tough time. It's a tough time right now there to be a crypto YouTuber, guys. I'll be honest. I'll be totally real. This is Transparent J. All right, this ain't no clickbait Carlos talking. This is Transparent J. Sometimes I consider just being done with YouTube. Gonna lie. Then I say no, I can't do it. I can't be done. All right. There's too many reasons why I can't be done. All right. I can't leave you guys. I love you guys. But yeah, it's been a tough time with YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. It's been pretty demotivating because the whole crypto scene is totally dead right now. You know? Yeah? What? Say it louder. Yeah, man, yeah. Yeah, I got you. It's been demotivating. I'm not gonna lie. At 60, I have back problems and arthritis. Well, I reject that in Jesus' name, bro. Because you know what? I believe the Lord can rejuvenate my joints. But you know what? It also says, "Do not put the Lord your God to a foolish test." So look, I'm admitting my sins, and I'm repenting. I'm taking 4 days off. All right, I'm gonna come back. Trading only. Which do I make more money in, bull or bear? Well, I'll be honest with you. This past bull and bear markets, I've made just as much in both with just my trading. Which is also one of the reasons why I say, you know what? I should just stop the whole YouTube. But nah, I'm not gonna stop YouTube, guys. I like it. I do like YouTube. It just does become unmotivating when, you know, you're doing videos and stuff, and it's just like the channel has no friction. But it is what it is. You know, it's the crypto scene is changing. It's not what it used to be. Like, I've come to terms with the fact that we're never gonna have a 2021 hype again, and we're probably never gonna have a 2023 hype again, because the 2023 hype was, everyone was expecting another 2020, 2021, right? You remember like March 2023, right around here. I mean, in this area, people were expecting another 2021, 2020, 2021. And then in the fall of 2023, this is where things really got crazy. And people were, you know, all right, this is it now. Like, you know, we're gonna blast off. And then we just spent all this time in the bull market doing nothing, and everyone lost all their hope in crypto. Alts didn't pump. October 10th wrecked everybody, and now we're going to enter into another silent bull market here, and no one's really going to give a crap, really. We're probably not going to come up much higher than last time. Maybe 150K, you know, 180K at the most. And even if that happens, what are we, you know, we're talking like, you know, 300%, which that's not why people got into crypto. You know, back in the day, people got into crypto because we were doing, you know, 2,000, 3,000% on Bitcoin, and plus way more for all these stupid altcoins. And it's just not the same, man. You know, I miss those days. I do miss those days. I'm not going to lie. Like, I really do. I miss those days. But it is what it is, you know. And the funny thing is, as a trader, I've come a long way in all this time. Like, I'm way better of a trader now than I was then. I make way more money now trading than I did then. But the hype and all that, and the dopamine and all that, you know, that's gone. That's gone. That's gone. You know, that's gone. More time in the Bible channel. Yeah, I thought about doing that, you know. Did I notice Bitcoin moves the same like gold and the Great Britain pound against the US dollar? I mean, everything kind of moves the same in the sense that levels are respected, volume is respected, divergences are respected, support and resistance, everything pretty much trades the same, but you have to get into the groove of the asset you're trading. Like the assets, even though the TA works the same, you have to learn your asset, right? You have to learn. It's like any relationship in life. You have to get to know the other person, right? You know, everyone's a human. Humans all kind of work the same way, but you have to get to know people individually, right? That's the same with like Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin and me and Bitcoin, I feel like I have a special connection to Bitcoin. I feel like I have a very special connection to Bitcoin where I could take trades on Bitcoin that I could not take on any other asset. All right, I'm willing to take crazy trades on Bitcoin because I know Bitcoin. I know Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wouldn't be comfortable taking those trades on Ethereum or on gold or on Forex, you know? But yeah, in general, everything's the same. It's all about volume. It's all about support and resistance. You know, Fibonacci, volume. I mean, that's pretty much. I mean, boil trading down, it's literally support and resistance and like some kind of edge, some kind of indicator. When I say indicator, I don't mean an actual indicator. Like I use an actual indicator, but some kind of confirmation to tell you to pull the trigger at support or resistance. That's really what it is, you know. Hang on, I got to restart my dang boom bap underground mix. Crypto is owned by governments now. Yeah. I mean, you know, it is funny to look back and realize the big change in the crypto space, because I've been here since 2016. In 2016, it was a whole bunch of anarchists, you know, F the government, you know, and it seemed like almost like you know, it was a big movement in like the libertarian kind of like anarchy subculture. And you know, those people right now, you know, I'm sure that they see what's happening, and they're disgusted by the fact that BlackRock has their hands on crypto, and that, you know, governments are now buying large portions of it, and even everything that's going on with like MicroStrategy, where it's becoming less and less decentralized, and everything that Bitcoin set out to be, it is not. You know, it meant to be a peer-to-peer means of exchange, but it's turned into basically a thing that people have tried to use to make money, and now they celebrate the fact that, you know, governments and large institutions and all this are buying so much Bitcoin, because in the short term, yeah, it pumps our bags. But I'm pretty neutral on, like, I don't really care, you know, one way or the other. I'll be honest, I'm literally just here to make money. I don't care about the technology. I don't think Bitcoin is gonna abolish all governments and central banks. I don't think so. You know? Shout out to Crypto Coons in the house, holding it down with the wrench. How should you learn the asset? Should you kiss Bitcoin? You can kiss Bitcoin. You can do whatever you want to Bitcoin. You know, you gotta just smell the Bitcoin, kiss Bitcoin, taste the Bitcoin, listen to the Bitcoin. All 5 senses. All right, touch, taste, sight, smell. I don't know. I don't even know what the 5 senses are, guys. But all 5 you got to use. All right, all 5 you got to use. One day Bitcoin will be worth infinity dollars. Yeah, maybe. Look, I'm not gonna lie, like, I still hold a bunch of Bitcoin. Like, I haven't changed in that regard. When I was younger, I put everything I had into Bitcoin. Now that I'm old, I still have a large portion of my net worth in Bitcoin. If something were to happen to Bitcoin, yeah, I would lose a lot of money. But I'm still bullish on it. I still think we got a few years. I would not be surprised to see Bitcoin at 500K. I wouldn't even be surprised to see Bitcoin at $1 million. I would not be surprised. It's only a 10x. You know, it's not that crazy to think that an asset could 10x. I've seen it do way more than that in my lifetime. You know? You know? Yeah, taste the Bitcoin, all that stuff. Bitcoin outperforms everything. Yeah, Bitcoin has outperformed everything, which is still, you know, if we're gonna be totally, like objective about it, that's not necessarily a good thing, because we've never seen any asset act like Bitcoin ever. So we've never seen any asset act like Bitcoin ever. So I like to think that the trend will continue, and I do believe it will. And I'm if you were to look at my actions prove that I am bullish on Bitcoin. My actions prove that I believe that Bitcoin is going to continue to go up, based on how I buy Bitcoin and hold Bitcoin and trade Bitcoin and all this stuff, right? But just because it's outperformed everything in the last 20 years or so, I mean, really 16 years, right? We've gone up 18 billion% in the past 16 years. I mean, there's nothing we can compare this to. We can't say what happened the last time an asset went up 18 billion%. You know, we don't know. We don't really know. We've never seen anything come out of nowhere and pump 18 billion%. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, so we don't know. Like, we don't know. You know, and when you think about this is not real life. I mean, this is like living in a fantasy life. I mean, honestly, like Yeah, this is not normal, right? This is not normal. And this is not sustainable, let's be honest. This is really not sustainable. Like, this obviously is not going to... The past is not going to be the future. We are not going to see Bitcoin make proportionate gains in the future. No way, right? So, but I am bullish on Bitcoin. You know, I am bullish. Ramen noodles outperformed Ethereum. You're going higher percentage into MicroStrategy over Bitcoin this cycle and only trading a handful of alts? Interesting, man. I'm staying away from MicroStrategy. You know, I am staying away from MicroStrategy. Bitcoin is the OG altcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin is the OG coin, period, right? Bitcoin is the OG coin, period. Come with me and we'll pee in a big and beautiful yellow bush. Come with me to pee in the big, beautiful yellow bushes, guys. Man. I'm short from 65.5. A lot of liquidity below 60. Yeah, crypto teeth. I feel you. You know what? It's so funny. The green screen's on. All my trees are completely see-through here. Except for the yellow bush that I'm peeing in. That's funny. You're losing hope you bought Bitcoin at 110K. Don't lose hope, Manikarn. If you bought Bitcoin at 110K, let me be frank with you. All right, let me be frank. You're good. Don't worry. You'll be in profit. I mean, yeah, you bought the top, and it was a dumb move, but you know what? Welcome to crypto. Welcome to crypto, and thankfully, everybody who has ever bought the top is in profit now. You know, man, look at how weird this looks because of the green screen, guys. Like, the beautiful countryside looks like gray and disgusting out there. You know, I'm not talking about the garbage in my driveway. I'm talking about the actual beautiful countryside out there. It looks like gray and see-through. It looks really weird. It's so beautiful for me, but for you guys, it's ugly and disgusting. It's depressing. It's instantly depressing looking at this stuff. You know? Doc the Goat, he says my male organ's in hand and I'm talking to hundreds. No, I don't touch it. Look, I do the hands-free pee, baby. You know? I do the hands-free pee. And the way I shake it off is I just wiggle the hips like Elvis. You know? Just wiggle the hips like Elvis. You know? Don't worry, I'm not that gross. Shout out to Memory Man. What's going on, my bro? God is watching you pee in the bush. Yeah, God watches everything that we do. Everything that we do. And someday our entire life is going to be reviewed. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Everything we do, God knows. And God's everywhere. It's weird to think about, but it's true. What do I use to mow my yard? A Kubota tractor with a 60-inch mower deck. That's what I use. You know? How's New York booze? I haven't been to New York in a long time. I haven't been to New York since September. And I haven't had booze in New York for a long time. Last time I drank in New York was probably in 2012. Yeah. Didn't wash my hands. Yeah, I didn't wash my hands. But here's the thing, guys. I do wash my hands. I know people say I don't. Guys, just a quick reminder, all right? BLOFIN is giving away $2,000 every week, all right? $2,000 a week. BLOFIN is given away, and the way you are available to enter this is you go into my Discord, my free Discord, or my paid Discord. Here, let me show you guys exactly how to win. It's actually a legit, awesome thing they're doing. BitBase is giving away $500 a week. All you have to do for that is sign up. What the heck did I just do? Hang on. Yeah, BitBase is giving away $500 a week, but right now BLOFIN is giving away $2,000 a week. In order to enter, all you have to do is post a screenshot of your Jason Casper BLOFIN P&L. So if you sign up using my link, your P&Ls will look like this. I know. It makes me very uncomfortable too. All right, so after you get these P&Ls, you post them in this channel, and every time you post a P&L, you're entered into the raffle. You can get as many as you want, so you can enter into the raffle many times. VIPs get 3 entries per submission. Non-VIPs get 1 entry per submission. And every week, 4 winners are going to get $500 right into their BLOFIN account. So sign up using my link, join the free Discord or the paid Discord for your chance to win. Also, guys, quick reminder that BitBase is giving away $500 a week. Plus, they're giving you VIP level 7 fees and all these juicy sign-up bonuses. All right. So, also, if you want to join the Casper crew, jasoncaspertrading.com to get into the VIP Discord. When you buy Bitcoin at the top, you didn't lose anything but a little time. Yeah, if you buy Bitcoin at the top, like, honestly, just hold out because, again, you look at the chart and everyone's made out well. $110,000 is not the top for Bitcoin, okay? So, yeah, it sucks right now because you're down quite a bit. You are down, let's see how much you're down. You're down about 42%, and I wouldn't be surprised if you end up down about 64%. But then next cycle, let's say my conservative target of 150, you'll be up 30%. You know, that's not so bad. And if we hit my more liberal target between 180 and 200, potentially, you know, you're going to be up 50%. You know, 50 to 70%. So I think it's still a good thing. And if you're holding out for the long term, you know, then I do think that, yeah, it's only 64%, Hector Rodriguez. Look, where I went to high school, that's still a passing grade. All right, you could still pass up until 59% was a fail. All right, so you could still pass. You could still pass. You know, you could still pass the dang class. You could pass the dang class. Man. Oh man, shout out to 2025 Resurrection with the bars. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I can feel these bars. Yeah. Don't you know, baby, pissing like a champ, pure relief from within. Golden showers for the foliage. So, I lost my flow. I lost my flow with your bars. But I like the bars. I do like the bars. On the other hand, your 401k might not do so good, says Memory Man. Shout out to 80SS1302. What's the second green line in the short box? Those are just the 2 highs of the local range. Just the 2 highs of the local range here. So if we go down to like our 4-hour time frame, we have like these highs over here. It's like little 4-hour doji. Just a little bit of liquidity. Little bit of liquidity. When the market's boring, it's time to get ready with the storm. Yeah. Yeah. The storm's coming, guys. Are we going to zero? Nah, we're good. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Look, Bitcoin's good. Bitcoin's not going anywhere anytime soon. We still got some good years ahead. I have a very strange bump on my arm. I don't know what it is. Ingrown hair, maybe? I don't know. Ingrown hair? Maybe a pimple? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Today I was selling the Bugatti I got from Carl. I sold the Bugatti, but I didn't sell the Big Mac. The Big Mac is still on my desk. Hasn't gone rotten. Is BLOFIN only for new accounts? No, it's for anybody who has who has the P&Ls with my P&Ls. All right. Shout out to Johnny HSV. God bless you, man. All right. Well, with all the lost Bitcoin wallets, it's impossible for Bitcoin to go to zero, in my opinion, says CryptoCoons. Yeah, I don't think Bitcoin is going to go to zero. But yeah. All right, guys. I think I'm going to head out because I don't really have anything else to say. So God bless you guys. Have a great day. Have a great night. I'll see you later. Peace.